Hello, I'm Mike from Grove Streams. In this video, I discuss troubleshooting derived streams from expressions. Chances are you're here because you've come up with a clever derivation solution, but 1, the results are wrong, or 2, it's not deriving anything, or it was and it stopped. In this video, I will demonstrate how to troubleshoot and fix derivation issues. Issue number 1, the results are wrong. The best thing to do is to view the stream and its dependent streams together in one grid. Let's look at one of the derived streams for the smart plug in the sandbox organization, ongoing monthly cost. It is derived from 3 variables: current monthly average, energy cost per kilowatt hour, and current base interval count. Now let's view all of the data in one location. The best way to do that is to create a new dashboard. And now let's edit it. Expand tables and drop a time series table widget onto the dashboard. Select the Data tab, then the Components tab. Click the arrow next to the stream or drag the stream onto the grid. We want to view the same rollups and statistics used in the derived stream. Let's change them to the ones used in the derived stream. Going back to the derivation settings, we're using monthly average and monthly base interval count. The derivation engine will process each row at a time. The result of the expression is the last column here, the derived stream ongoing monthly cost. Ensure the numbers in each column are correct. Plug the numbers into your derivation expression and do the math manually and see if the result matches what's in the result column. If you're using an expression function, click on the Derivation Functions and Details button. Find your function and ensure you're using it correctly. Expand the Advanced button and go over the selected settings there. Determine if they are impacting the calculation. Click on the Streams Constraints tab and check for any constraints that may have been set earlier. Do the same for gap filling. Check the constraints and gap filling for all of the streams used in the derivation. Check if data type conversions are happening. Check all of the streams used for derivation and ensure they're all the same data type. If they're not the same data type or are being used by a function that requires a different type, then data can be changed during the type conversion. For example, decimals will be dropped off while converting from a double to a long data type. Do the source streams contain gaps? By default, the derivation engine will not do a calculation if one of the values in the expression is a gap. If you have a complex expression, one with more than one if statement, it can be helpful to format it or beautify it so that it is easier to read. Our expressions are very similar to Excel expressions. Find a free Excel formula beautifier on the web. Copy the expression and paste it into the beautifier. Put an equal sign in the front. Beautifying can make complex expressions much easier to read and help identify mistakes. Issue number 2. It's not deriving, or it was, but it stopped. First, check for any job notifications. Derivation errors are reported as job notifications. Open notifications and look for any errors related to the derived stream. Watch for notifications that state 5-second timeout while waiting for a resource to unlock. Components are locked whenever they are being modified or when stream data is being modified. Derivation will only wait for 5 seconds for a component to become unlocked before abandoning the current derivation attempt. It will keep retrying every few minutes. Lock notifications sometimes report the lock holder. One lock holder is HTTP feed put. This indicates it was an API feed put call uploading data holding the lock. This can happen if a lot of streams for the component are being uploaded at one time. A lock holder can also be the derivation engine. This can happen when a component has a lot of derived streams as the component is locked for each stream being derived. Move some streams to different components to avoid this problem, or upload stream data in smaller batches. Try using the dir max as parameter on HTTP feed put calls, which will trigger real-time derivations while the component is already locked This may decrease your 5-second timeout warning notifications. Ensure your dependent streams are showing the correct streams that are using it for derivation. This is done by right-clicking on the stream and selecting View Derived Streams using this stream. If you don't see the derived stream, the one using this stream, in the list, then edit the component that has the derived stream and save it again. If that still doesn't fix it, try removing the derived stream and re-adding it. We've had some issues with this in the past, but fix them. If you have this problem, please report it to support. Check the derived stream's modified date. Select the stream and look in Quick View. The modified date is the date in the top right. Stream derivation is an appending process. It will only derive from its modified date time forward. Let me explain the modified date. For non-derived streams, the modified date will match the stream's end date time, which is its last sample's date time. For derived streams, it's the earliest modified date of the dependent stream's last sample calculated. A lot of words. Let me repeat it. It's the earliest modified date of the dependent stream's last sample calculated. This derived stream has a month-based cycle. Notice its modified date isn't the date time of the end of the month. It's the date time derivation has calculated up to. Its dependent, the current stream, has a 1 second base cycle, so this value is the latest value for the current stream that was used in the last derivation. Ensure that the derived stream's modified date time makes sense. Sometimes it can get set to the future unintentionally if someone, or an import, or from a corrupted dependent stream, added a future value to the derived stream. If the modified date is set to the future, derivation will not happen until the current time is later than the modified date. To fix this problem, you can delete all of the derived stream's data and let it rederive. If you don't want to delete all of its data, delete just the tail of the stream slightly past the reported modified date. This will reset the modified date and derivation should resume in a couple of minutes. There are a couple of advanced diagnostic options. Edit the component and select the derived stream. Expand the advanced section. Monitor the dependent changes value. A stream will only be derived when this number is greater than 0. Whenever a dependent stream data is changed, this number is incremented. It will reset to 0 after derivation takes place. A number that keeps increasing indicates that dependents are updating, but derivation is not succeeding. A number of 0 indicates either derivation is succeeding or no dependent has data changing. There is a way to view all of the metadata that is used to determine if derivation should run. Click the View Dependency Tree button. This report will list the entire dependency tree for the derived stream. Some things to look for. Look at all of the completed dates. Are any set to the future? A completed date of 0 indicates no data or derivation was never successfully run. Do all of the streams have data? Check the start and end dates for all streams. Ensure they have data and the date times make sense. Look at the last updated date time. This is the actual time a value was appended onto a stream. Are the streams being updated? Look at the dependency changes value. A stream will not be derived if this value is 0. Whenever a dependent has data modified, deleted, or added, this number is incremented. It will reset to 0 after a successful derivation. This is an example of a diagnostic report from a customer with a not deriving issue. The component and stream names have been blurred. As you can see, derivation trees can become quite large. Using this report helps to identify which stream in the dependency tree is the culprit. If the issue still cannot be resolved, try searching the GroveStreams forum or post on the forum or send an email to GroveStreams support. In this video, we discussed how to troubleshoot streams derived from expressions. Hopefully you solved your issue and you didn't reach this part of the video. Thank you for watching.